Talk about infusions for rheumatoid arthritis and other rheumatic conditions. There are a few good things to know before you go in, and there's a few things that you can do to be more comfortable while you're getting an infusion that we'll talk about. So what you can expect. Usually infusions are done at your rheumatologist's office. They usually have an infusion room where there are multiple chairs and there might be other patients there getting an infusion at the same time as you. If you're part of a larger medical group or hospital group, they might send you to an actual infusion center where you'll be with like patients across the board, including like cancer patients and stuff. And so there might be more people around you. They will lead you to a chair. The chair is where you will have your infusion done. It's like a big chair. Most of them recline. Most of them you can lean back, put your feet up. You are meant to get comfortable. So don't be afraid to get comfortable in your chair. Your infusion nurse will start the process usually by asking you a few questions, making sure that you're getting the right medication, the right dosage, and then they'll begin to prep the actual IV itself. The IV, it's just like getting blood work drawn, giving blood. It's the same exact thing. If you have a good nurse who's been doing it a long time, you're not even going to feel the needle go in. Usually it's done right here on your arms. If they can't find a good vein, sometimes they might go to your hands. I think there's a couple other places that they could do it, but you'll get to know the veins in your arms really well after a while. You'll be like, okay, that's my shitty vein, that's my good vein, this is my good arm, blah, blah, blah. So once they have everything set up, they're going to do a saline flush through your IV. And the only reason I'm telling you about that is because sometimes when they do the saline flush, you can actually taste the salt water in your mouth. And you'll get like this salty taste like immediately. It's very weird. And so if you taste that, don't be alarmed. It's just the saline. Let's see. So yeah, the actual infusion times differ depending on the medications you're getting and how much of it. This person says their doctor quoted them at around 30 minutes for the infusion itself. Some can take up to like 4 hours. So it just depends. However, even if your infusion is only 30 minutes, the whole process is a lot longer than that. Usually it takes a while to prep. You have to sit there afterwards for a while. So like you can plan to be there for a minute. And that means that you should also plan to be comfortable. You can bring a blanket with you. It's usually cold in offices and hospitals and stuff. What was I going to say? You can bring a blanket. You can bring a drink with you. You can bring snacks with you. You can bring your AirPods. Make sure your phone is charged up. Watch TikToks. Watch a video. The first few times I went, I just sat there in silence because I didn't know that I could like get comfortable and stuff. So you can absolutely just make it your own little time. Trying to remember. There aren't a ton of side effects that you experience after infusions. However, I found that on all 3 infusions I've been on, the next day, like the following day or like that evening, you just feel drained and you just kind of feel like shit. I guess because it's just a lot in your system at one time. I don't know. I usually am just crazy fatigued. I used to take the day off of work the day after infusions if I had the time and the availability. Because yeah, it can be a lot. But other than that, there aren't a whole lot of side effects that you should expect. Trying to think. Also, don't be afraid to ask your infusion nurses questions. Like, they should be pretty educated about the medicine you're getting. A lot of them are educated about the disease itself. So, yeah, don't be afraid. A lot of people hear infusion and they see it and it looks really scary, but it could end up being the most relaxing part of your month. Who knows? So, yeah, feel free to ask questions.